everyone, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to do something a little bit more crafty, but it can be used for all kinds of art projects or gifts. So right here you can see this is a picture that I reversed. It's based on this, I scanned it from this postcard that I found in an old record shop, and I think it's really funny and cool, so I'm gonna try to transfer it onto this tote bag here. So what I did was I scanned the picture and I flipped it so the words are backwards, because that way when we transfer it, the words will read the right way, because we're going to be transferring and the ink will go onto the fabric, and then you'll have the copy of the picture on the fabric. So it's a really simple process that can be applied to all sorts of different projects. I've done it on glass bottles for vases, you can do it on clothing, on bags, on tablecloths, anything really. You just want to make sure you reverse words if there's going to be words on it, and also white backgrounds tend to not show up as well. You're going to have your picture and the material you want to transfer it onto. So the first step is to paint over this picture essentially with Modge Podge. So Modge Podge, if you don't know what it is sort of like a varnish, glue, sealant kind of thing, and there's lots of different kinds. I'm pretty sure like any kind works with this project, and they do have a specific photo transfer one, but I just got matte because I read that the photo transfer comes out really shiny, and I didn't want that. I wanted it to be more matte. So we have that. And so basically you'll want to use a different surface for this. I'm just using this college pamphlet thing to paint on. And you basically just you're just going to paint over this. So this can get messy. So you want to, if you're working with kids, you want to help them with this, because you know the glue can get everywhere. And I'm using like this old brush I had, and it's kind of small, so it might be turn out kind of weird, or it might take a little bit longer than it should. So I would suggest using a bigger, like not very nice brush, and you just want it to cover the whole picture. I did see a trick online that if your picture is smearing, all the ink is smearing, that the ink on the photo needs to set more. So you can try putting it in the oven and putting it on like a relatively low heat so that the ink can set into the paper. Okay, so I think this is good. You know, it's pretty covered, even coat. Don't want it to be too thin. I think you don't want to be able to see the picture. I'm just gonna try not to touch it too much. Take it off here. We're just gonna set it down where we want on our fabric. There. Make sure it's flat, no bumps. So this is a sit for around 24 hours. And then you're going to peel off the paper, and the ink should be transferred onto whatever material you want. So I'm just gonna put something under here to make sure it doesn't transfer. So at this point the paper is pretty wet, so you don't want to touch it too much, otherwise it will rip and the image won't come out clean. So it's a very delicate process, and it can get messy. I have glue all over my hands and all over this, so make sure you have an alternative surface to work on that you can put the glue on the picture and then place it on whatever surface you're working with. So I'll see you in 24 hours. Welcome back. So now this has been sitting out for 24 hours, so it's pretty hard and dry. So the next step is to get a wet sponge and just kind of dampen it so you can peel the paper off. And it should turn, as you can see, it kind of becomes translucent. So you kind of just rub and the paper should start to peel off. I think that's the best it's gonna get. Didn't turn out quite like I'd hoped, but you can still see the image did transfer onto the fabric, but I think it didn't quite work out the way it's supposed to. That's sort of how you're supposed to do it, but you can also use Modge Podge in like a billion different ways with crafts and stuff. Like you can just make a collage of photos on any surface just by kind of gluing it down and pasting over the picture, putting it face up instead of transferring it like I did. So there's lots of other possibilities you can use with Modge Podge, but you're welcome to try out this technique. Hope it was helpful, even if it didn't quite work out the way I wanted it to. Thanks for watching.